Hi, welcome or welcome back. Thanks for joining me here on the Don't Poo Poo My Woo Woo channel. I'm Angie McMann, and this is the August forecast. The three decks that I will be using for this month is the Archangel Power Tarot from Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine, the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck by John Holland, and the Morgan Greer Tarot deck. To bring in and call in light, I have our three candles. White, as always, to call in purity and honesty of message. The orange candle, which really represents our Leo moon coming up. It represents strength, success, and joy. And I'm using the purple candle, which is in honor of the Aquarius moon coming up again, for spirituality and intuition. For numerology, we are in a 5 universal year. 5s are about big changes, big shifts, making decisions. It's a pivot point in a cycle of the 1 through 9 cycle. It's a chance to move forward or to choose to stagnate. August is a 4 universal month. If you add the 8, which stands for August, with the year 2021, and you get 13. 13 also stands for the divine feminine because it's a number of rebirth. So just like the tarot, the death card stands for renewal and rebirth. And you add the 1 and the 3 and you get the 4, the universal 4. 4s stand for working hard, manifesting, being solid, grounded, securing your thoughts and feelings and emotions, and having patience. Let's take a look at the lunations. So the new moon happens on August 8th in Leo at 9:50 a.m. We know that new moons always bring a time to start something new, get going on a new project or a new idea and start making those plans. So the energy of this new moon in Leo is new beginnings, and Leo is about building on our individual selves. So dealing with our pride, our confidence, our personal relationships, and creative ideas. But this moon is also a time to open your heart to those deep desires, awaken your inner child, and do those creative projects. Really, it's about you working with you on doing what you enjoy. That's kind of a repeat message all year, hasn't it? The full moon on August 22nd is in Aquarius at 8:02 p.m. Full moons are a time to review what worked and what didn't since the new moon, and it sheds light on all the places that you need to tweak your goals. So look at the trouble spots. So the Aquarius energy is about teamwork. Aquarians love to deal with community and work in teams. And as the full moon sits opposite of the sun in Leo, which is a sign of individuality, you kind of have opposing. You want to be individual, yet you want to be working with a team. And it's kind of a funky little energy. So you might find yourself struggling a little bit to do what's best for yourself as opposed to the greater good. So take your time when you make decisions. Don't rush into anything. So now let's move on to the individual readings. Welcome, Sagittarius. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for watching. August for you is the 9, spiritual strength. 9s are about succeeding. You're at the end of a cycle. It's about learning everything that you have from a particular lesson, and you're ready to graduate into another phase. So it looks like you're learning your strength, learning that spirituality, whatever belief system you have, you're finding your way. So hang on to that. It's important for you this month to have that strength in what you believe. Dig deep, Sag. And then you've got 15 decisions, Archangel Jophiel. Release yourself from that which holds you back. A need to detox. Unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. So it looks like your spiritual strength is asking you to take a look at what you believe about yourself. 6 is the nurturer. The number 6, which 15, a 1 and a 5 adds to the base number of 6. 6 is about nurturing. It's that, it almost looks like a pregnant belly, right? It almost looks like someone's sitting, the number 6 does. And here's the decision on how the card is asking you to take a detox, but that could not just necessarily mean drinking a bunch of smoothies. That could actually, and you know, doing yoga or meditating, that could actually be asking you to focus on how you look at yourself. Make a decision on who you are and what you believe, because that's going to be the basis for the rest of this year. From August on, the rest of this year is going to be affected by how you talk to yourself in August, Sag. That's a huge message for you this month. Make a decision on who you want to be and be that person. Week 1. 2 of Pentacles, balance. Balance your world, balance your life. What are you doing? What are you working on? What are you spending your money on? How are you spending your time? What is going on here that you need to balance? You are moving out of some rough patch, but this is also calming thoughts, you know, moving away from the negative. If these are thoughts and they're embedded in that boat, and that boat is moving out of the rough water into the calmer waters. So again, that's a call to action for you to ask yourself what you feel and what you think and believe about yourself, who you are and who you want to be. Here's studying. Here's the studying aspect of it. The fact that there's 2 Pentacles says that your material world has a lot to do with who you see yourself, how you see yourself. So don't put your identity in what you do for a living. Put your identity in what you believe about yourself. Does that make sense? Let me know. Reach out if it doesn't. Let me say it again. This month for you, Sagittarius, is about deciding who you want to be for the rest of your life going forward right now. Deciding who you want to be. Balancing the world around you, where you're working, what you're reading, what you're eating, who you're hanging out with, what you're spending your money on. All of these things affect who you think you are. And if you don't like who you are, which this card suggests that you do not, or there's something about yourself that you are still not dealing with, this is asking you to find the strength to ask yourself those important questions so you can move forward. Be the best you can be. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's true. Sag, this is your message. This is a really deep message for you. I'm feeling it all over from the top of my head to the bottom of my toes. It's time to ask yourself that big question. Who are you right now, and who do you want to be going forward? That can change. We're always changing and morphing, but it's based on what you believe about yourself and about the world and about your spirituality. What do you believe in? Week 2, here's your strength. Here's your strength. And here's the heartache that you're contending with right now. It's in the middle. And here's the ask for help. Again, this church is just bringing me back up to here. What do you believe? What do you actually believe? You're carrying this pain, this hurt. Here's your pain. You're carrying it. You're nurturing it. You're bandaging it. You're bandaging the same wound over and over and over again with what? What are you bandaging those wounds with? Help is right here. That could be a hospital. Take care of that open wound. You're putting a tiny little Band-Aid on a stab wound. This three stab wounds goes back to this. What is it you believe? What are you not dealing with? What is it you need to address? Not just bandage. Don't cover it up. Open up, look at the wound, and heal it. Ask for help if you need to. It's right there. Here's those hidden pentacles from before. The balance of the world. the right world that you need to be involved in is right there behind you. But you've got to take a look at what's causing those wounds. All these swords, whether they're your thoughts and beliefs about yourself, each one a negative thing in your life, whatever that is for you. Negative thing, negative thing, negative thing, whether it's a thought, a person, the wrong job, a bad habit. There it is. And this is asking you to find your strength to deal with this wound. And don't just keep carrying it around and putting a Band-Aid on it. Take the dressing off, look and clean the wound, look at it. What does it need? And go find someone who can help you with it. Week 3. Okay, there it is. It's showing up. There it is. Here's that habit, that bad habit. Whether that bad habit is a person, this is representing a Capricorn. This is representing either a Capricorn in your life that is causing some of these problems that you need to deal with, or this is some bad behavior, some bad habits that you have to deal with in week 3. Here's the King of Pentacles. He owns his world. You have more pentacles here, Sag. This is affecting everything in your life. It's affecting how you work. It's affecting how you live. It's affecting everything you believe about yourself. But here's the King of Pentacles. That's you owning up to this world, owning up to this. Here's your individual independence. This is your success. She is someone who has worked long and hard, and she's reaping those rewards. The king could be born into his money and his power. This woman earned it. And they're asking you, once you deal with this, whatever this bad behavior is, this bad stuff, this bad person, right? You will become the king of your world, and there you are. You will end up having all of that success. But week 3 is going to be the challenge for you to start doing what you need to do, because you finally see it. You've been called to action on week 2, called to action to take off that bandage, look at the wound and see what you really need. Don't just stick a Band-Aid on it. Week 3 is, now you know what it is. It's time for you to put that crown on and do what you need to do with the strength card from the previous week. But you succeed. So take faith and have faith that you will succeed in the long term, for the long term, in everything. Everything you can afford. You can afford emotionally and afford physically and afford monetarily. It's going to be beneficial. So at least you can take solace in that. So week 4, Sag, you round out the month with holding on. You're holding on now. So it looks like the money's starting to hold tight. You're not losing anything. You're holding strong. Here's your graduation card. The world is opening up to you again, and things are starting to move forward. Oh, beautiful. So take a deep breath, Sag. You kind of struggle there in the first couple weeks. Week 3, if you do what you're supposed to do, if you do the work you're supposed to do, and figuring out who you are and what you want to be, by week 4, your world is strong. You're strong again. You graduate out of that cycle. The world opens up for you. You've got the world at your feet then, and now you've got new things showing. New things will present themselves. So that's really your task, Sag, for August, is to find your strong belief system, your strength in your spirit right there, your strength in your spirit. Let me know if you have any questions about this. Contact me or comment below, and I'd love to hear from you guys. All right. So hang tough in August, Sag. I have all the faith in you. You can do it. And I am here to help. Just reach out. So like, subscribe, and share if you will. And I hope to see you back in September. Take care, Sag.